Hey, Danny K, come to you from Danny K Gym and Wellness. Today's tip comes to you from a couple of my members, and through the course of all my training, I get this question a lot. People want to use like hand weights or ankle weights when they're doing, cardio and stuff. And, I'm always one that is against that because it hurts the joints, right? So, they think that they're burning extra calories while they're, like 3-pound or 5-pound weights and they're running, or putting 3 or 5-pound weights on their ankles and running. You're not really burning, and I can't remember I figured out the calculation before. You could probably Google it, but I can't remember how many calories you burn, but it's so minuscule to the actual, what you might, like the injury that might be caused from it. So, I personally would not, I would tell you not to, put ankle or wrist weights on and, run or walk or, whatever. Because, when you're running and you've got those ankle weights on there, even if it's 3 pounds, even if it's 5 pounds, as you kick your leg, you know what I mean? Like you're kind of like your knee joint is, it's heavier down at your ankle, obviously, because you're wearing the ankle weight. So it's kind of pulling on that knee joint. Same thing with, wrist weights. If you're, running like this, and some people say, well, what if I hold the weights? Well, if you hold the weights, it's still kind of the same. It's still the weight that's there. And, a lot of, and if you look at or ask a lot of like marathon runners or people that, run a lot, they end up they tend to get tendonitis in their elbows from, holding, trying to get here, from holding at like this 90 degree when you're running. So it was a few years ago, there was an avid runner. I mean, he ran all the time and he did marathons and all kinds of things. When I was over at the other gym that I used to work at, and I would see him running like this, like straight arm, and didn't want to make fun of him, but he kind of looked funny, you know what I mean? Like you running with your straight arm, like like you run like a girl, right? So I asked him, and he said, because when he holds like this, he definitely, even though he's loose and light and, he's not like holding tight, he's just loose and everything, he tends to get tendonitis from holding in that position. So you add weight onto that, whether it's on your on your wrist or in your hand, holding a dumbbell, it will add to that. So, the risk of injury to the actual like benefit that you're getting is sorry, texts. The risk of injury to your actual benefit that you're getting is not, it's not up there. It's not, I personally would not do it. I know some people do it and they think that they're doing something, but you're getting about this much more calorie burnage to possibly this much more, injury, possible injury. And for me, like anybody that's ever trained with me, they know that I am one that I'm a stickler for form. I've got my own injuries with my shoulder. I've got, I have gotten tendonitis in both my elbows. I got knee issues. I got back issues. So I am definitely one that is a stickler for form. And if there's a risk or a chance that you're going to get injured with something, I'm not going to have you do it. There's just so many different things in the weights weightlifting that mostly guys do. The Arnold presses and all stuff like that causes injury or can cause injury. So definitely, I'm going to put it out there. If I feel like you're going to get injured, I'm going to tell you not to do it. So weights with cardio. Weights with cardio, meaning holding weights while you're running or walking or whatever, I personally would say don't do. I know even when you're power walking and they have those little dumbbells with the strap around and you're doing this and and you feel like you're getting extra calorie burns, or you think you're getting extra calorie burnage because, well, I'm holding weight, so I must be using more muscle. Doesn't work that way. I mean, it's like we said, it's very minuscule to the risk of injury to your elbows or your knees if you're, with the ankle weights and stuff like that. So, me personally, I would say don't do it. Do the weights, then do your cardio. You don't need to, you know, oh, and I've seen like people holding dumbbells and running on the treadmill and punching and boxing and you know, doing like shoulder things while they're running or walking on the treadmill with the weights. It's still, you know, you're taking that chance to injure yourself, whether you're on the treadmill and you're doing a shoulder press and boxing or whatever you're doing. You're going to take the chance, the risk that you're going to fall off the back because you're paying attention to boxing and doing shoulder presses. So, you know, leave the weights where the weights are and leave the cardio where the cardio is, right? Now, we can mix them. We can do, you know, like I do the interval training. That's okay. But we're not doing, you know, boxing and holding weights and you know, weights around our ankles and our wrists and stuff while we're doing cardio. We're doing the weights, getting our quarter-mile sprint in, or 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, or whatever, coming back and doing the weights, keeping our heart rate up that way, which is excellent, which is the way I would want to see you do things, you know, the interval training. But holding weights, doing that, please don't do it. You're going to injure yourself. That's my take on it. Professional opinion. And opinions, that's just my opinion. Other trainers might be okay with it, but I personally am not okay with it. So I hope that helps a couple of people, you know, that have asked me that question, and years of being asked that question as well. So, you know, take in consideration, let's work smart. You know, yes, we want to burn extra calories. We want to get the most out of our calorie burnage when we're doing it and stuff, but at the risk of what? Injury. So then we're sitting on the sideline and we're not working out. We can't work out because we're injured. It's not worth it, guys. So work out smart, pay attention to form, do weights, then cardio. Don't box while you're running, okay? Anyway, because I know Christina, she gonna try it and she gonna end up falling off the back and I'm gonna have to catch her on the back of the treadmill. Just kidding. So anyway, so I hope that helps. If you guys have any other questions, comments, concerns, please leave me a comment. Message me, Dani K Gym Wellness on Facebook or DaniKGymWellness.com, and I will definitely help you out. I also put the link in my message. Christina, you finally got it. So I also put my Dani K Gym Wellness link there, so you can click on that, check out the gym. You can also message me from there. So with that, have a great day. Stay in tune, stay informed, stay motivated. Bye.